that beat to the box. Sit down and let's indulge in one of the greatest games ever made. The Super Mario Brothers movie has obviously premiered overseas. After a lot of fanfare, eyes are now focused on the game that started it all. This video game has captivated audiences for decades. Now, Grant is here with the original game to remind us why.
Yeah, I thought let's just have some nostalgia.
The sound alone, it's amazing. It's tapping into like my deep childhood memories here. For me, it was always on a Game Boy. And I'd be sick during winter, always at boarding school, and be stuck for weeks and have nothing else to do but play this amazing game.
So if you've got a Nintendo Switch, you can actually pick up and play a lot of these old games and, relive them. This game got me into a lot of trouble.
I would imagine, like a lot of kids out there.
So my mother, I remember, we got this when I was in grade 1. And my mother bought this console because just the family had the same sister because, here we go, we get to shoot some flowers. Oh.
Yeah, you can do it. Nice.
Because, it was the winter school holidays or whatever the case is. And I would lie about not getting homework so that I could play. She was like, you can play video games if you finish your homework. And I'd be like, yeah.
No,
and
they didn't really do that this day.
So that was then my mother caught on. She was like, I'm really concerned because you're not getting, no!
You missed your shroom. You missed your
She's not getting any homework. And I was like, and she went to the teacher. And then the teacher was like, no, he's getting homework every single day. And I was like, uh-oh.
I would imagine, well, look at you now. It's your career.
But I got severe trauma about, like, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Now, like, as a result of that, like, I lied about, like, something recently. It wasn't even a big deal, but I got, like, so, like, stressed about it. And it was from that incident. So throughout school, I was never allowed to play video games as a result of Mario Brothers during the week.
Many, I would imagine, out there, this was the benchmark. Why was this such an important game? What did they get right with this game that hadn't been done before?
Well, okay, so Miyamoto is the game designer behind this. Completely, like, reinvented video games. His father was Nintendo used to be a card game company.
Oh, wow.
And they used to make these card games, just like playing cards and like just machines. They had these old gambling machines. And he was like, no, I want to make something artistic. I want to make something interesting and creative. And he played guitar. He actually wrote the songs on guitar for the game. And he was like, I want to make a character. There wasn't really a character before Mario.
Someone you could pin a campaign on, pin a story on.
Donkey Kong was the first game, actually, that Mario appeared in. And there was a story, right? There was a villain, an antagonist, which was the big gorilla in the sky. And Mario, who was the protagonist who had to rescue Princess Peach. It is a terrible trope of the damsel in distress, and I'm grateful to Anya for bringing that up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
No, I think it's good that they're moving away from that.
Yeah.
But it's a very simple story without that transcends language, right? So you can tell that story without having to. Do you want to give this a go? Because I think you should. You're like, Graham's looking at me.
It's like,
A is to jump. A is to jump on the side.
A is to jump, and
there we go.
You can do it, my friend.
Yeah. So and because of that, Miyamoto was the first person to put story into video games. So into Mario Bros, where the characters kind of take their own life and kind of get reinvented. Still the same trope of damsel in distress with Princess Peach, but there is a new antagonist, and that's King Koopa. So obviously that's really cool that the movie is as a result of all those antagonists and protagonists. And that's transformed games. So if you have a game with a story in it, any game that you've played, it's thanks to Mario, and it's thanks to the Miyamoto, the genius behind Mario, for thinking that games have the potential to have a narrative and a story. And that's what I feel has transformed video games into an art.
It really has, yeah, man. It's taken me back to like the mental state I was in as a child. It's amazing how calming this game is for me.
Really?
It's absolutely amazing.
This was stressful. This level was stressful to me.
I can imagine. But no, this game was stressful for you because you would often lose so much of your progress. But I love this. This is giving me all the warm and fuzzies, and I hope the film delivers in the same way.
Kids these days, they don't know, hey?
There
was no save games. There was no save games. So your mother would switch off the console back to stage one.
Literally. I love this. Oh, man. For the Super Mario fans out there, the true fans, we've got a competition for you. We are giving away 5 hampers of Super Mario Brothers memorabilia for that long-time fan, and you really do need to be one of the true fans. All you need to do is answer the following question. What is your favorite Super Mario Brothers video game? You are spoiled for choice. I'm going to go with the OG. Share your answer on Expresso's Facebook page. Terms and conditions can be found, though, on our website. That's expressoshow.com. And the competition closes at midday on Friday, the 7th of April. So don't wait too long. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of entries for this one. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember if I ever clocked it. Did you clock it?
Yeah, because there were cheap ski ways.
Oh.
My mother would never let us play long enough to get to the point where I would be able to finish it.
You can do it. Make sure you catch the movie premiering this weekend here in South Africa. It's an opportunity, I think, for the big kids out there to relive their childhood.
You missed the mushroom in the first
I'm sorry, man.
And now you can't go back.
It's done. This game is so final. And please do not forget to go for it. Go for it. The opportunity, you can do it, to get yourself your hands on that amazing hamper, some really, really cool memorabilia. Smash it up. Shoot, no, you got to shoot the turtle into the other one.
Ah, yeah. Ah, look at that. You see, the tactic, the sprint and the...